So I've got my kit. I've already done my peri-care for my patient to make sure that they're as nice and clean as possible. I'm gonna open up my sterile field here. So I'm gonna start by pulling away from me. Never reaching over a sterile field. Okay, and I've got this now here. Move this over a smidge. I can take my first drape, which I affectionately call the butt drape, and we're going to put this underneath our patient to catch anything else that comes out. Okay, then I'm going to take my fenestrated drape and drape it right over the vaginal opening in the pubic area. All right, if this was a male patient, I would have to bring the penis and the scrotum through to the other side. Bring it on through. All right, so now I can take this and put my sterile gloves on, which, can you do me a favor and grab me a pair of large gloves? I don't want to ruin Allie's. All right.
You go Hulk out in them.
But in here, we have our swab stick, we have our lubricating jelly, and our fluid to inflate the retention balloon, and yeah, that's it. Thank you. So I'm gonna pretend that these are my sterile gloves.
Touch the outside.
Yep. Using sterile technique. Okay, so now make sure I have everything that we just went over. We're good. Make sure we have this. Take my sheath off here. Making sure not to drop the end there. Get rid of this guy here. All right. Going to connect my catheter, my fluid to my catheter inflation there. So that's ready. I can now bring this.
Did you want us to inflate it and test it first, or no?
You don't need to.
Okay, good.
Nope. And actually, that actually can promote infection, so it's no longer indicated.
Yay.
Yeah. So now I'm going to take my entire setup here and bring it on over. Okay. So now everything around here is sterile. Now, of course, your patient might be kicking and stuff. You try to maintain it as best as possible. Okay. So I'm going to open up my swab sticks. I have those there. I'm going to open up my lubricating jelly and put that there. Get that out of the way. I'm going to open up my patient's labia. My left hand now is no longer sterile, but it's clean. Okay. So I can't touch anything else but what I'm touching with my left hand. I'm going to take my first strip and clean one side, get rid of that. Take my second strip, clean the other side, get rid of that. Take my third, did I say strip?
Yeah.
Swab, thank you. Third swab and go right down the middle looking for the
Wink. The wink.
Looking for the wink. Get this out of the way because I don't need it anymore. Well, actually, I do still kind of need it, but the top of the tray is still sterile. So now I can take.
You're going in.
You're going in. You're going in blind. Okay. Take this. I'm going to lubricate the tip about 2 to 3 inches worth. Okay. Keeping the labia open this entire time. I'm going to aim for the urethral opening, which is right at the top, just below the clitoris, but above the vagina. And because we don't have any lubricant on this, I'm just going to pretend, but I'm going to keep advancing until I see
Flash.
urine coming through here. And then what? Am I done?
No, keep going.
How much?
Oh, 1 to 2 inches.
1 to 2 inches further. Then now I can let go of this here actually, okay, because it's going to stay in there. Hold this in place and inflate my retention balloon. Like that.
You don't have to put in 10 in those, right?
Correct, you don't have to. At least 5, but no more than 10 for this one. It would tell you the differences on here. Okay, so now this is going to stay in place. I can bring this over and hook this on the side of the bed, and since I should have one, but we don't have one here for you guys, my stat lock or my securement device on the inner thigh. And then I would need to document the procedure, which is all on the bottom of your or your checkoff sheet. And you would need to verbalize all of that to your observer.
All of what you just said.
No, all of your documentation. Like, what would you say as
On
far
the-
as documentation?
On the bottom of the thing he gave us, it has
On the
all
bottom
of
of
it.
the checkoff?
It has a little
It's got a little
script.
script.
Okay. I just looked at that.
Okay.
Help!
And then that's your checkoff. That's it for the insertion. Okay. You do need to remove it for that way it's ready for the next person to be checked off. Okay. So after you've been told by your observer that you did fine and you passed, go ahead and deflate your cuff.
When you remove it, is a sterile procedure again?
No.
No?
Clean, because it's
Okay.
coming out.
Check to make sure you got it
Mhm.
all.
Because she's going to reuse this. Normally, I would not take this much time, you know, with replenishing anything. I would just be like, all right, it's out, done. Okay, take it out nice and steady and
Check the tip.
check the tip to see if there's any clots or tissue or
Broken.
breakage, missing pieces, anything like that.
And you throw that in a biohazard bag?
Mhm.
Okay.
The whole thing.
After you drained the bag and calculated the output, yes, this whole thing gets thrown into a red bio bin.
Do we have to verbalize that when we say we draw it?
No, not when you're not for the checkoff.
Okay.
Yeah, we're checking you off on the insertion, not the removal.
Just,
Oh, okay.
just out of curiosity.
Do we ever get checked off for the removal? Or no, it's just kind of like you remove it.
It's just like you remove it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's not the sterile procedure. That's not
Understand.
where you could really really harm your
Do
patient.
the cotty.
Yep.
What do you drain the bag into?
So you would drain it into a graduated cylinder,
Oh,
which is just, it's a very large cup, but it's got graduation marks on the side to tell you how much and measure it. It's almost like a measuring cup,
oh, okay.
but it goes up to a full liter.
It's like that big.
Kind of like that,
Similar.
but it's, I wish I had one, but I don't